Hi, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Your Love Story for the month of April 2019, and this is for you coming from Gemini. So let me shuffle my Kabbalistic tarot cards, and first let me give you my email address, which is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO, the number 9, andyhoro9 @gmail.com. The first card that I pull will have to do with your first 15 days of April, and I'm going to talk to you about your romance. Firstly, if you find a new romance, you have to tell yourself that there is a lot of problems going to happen in the first 15 days of April. It's a card called the Death. Now, it doesn't mean death in that way. It means you have to forget what you're doing for the recent past, and you have to let that go, otherwise this trouble is going to stick to you. So a new romance would bring a lot of problems, and your ongoing romance will bring a lot of problems in the first 15 days of April. So you have to get rid of this problem. When we see this card, is also the card of the devil, so you can be easily made a slave and be controlled. So it's a very difficult card that I pulled for you for the first 15 days where romance is concerned. Let's see what your card for marriage says now. And the first 15 days of April where marriage is concerned, it's a much better card. It says situations won't break down, but there are many issues that you have to let go about the past. So don't bring up the past issues. Whenever I see the black moon that you see on this card, it's always about the distress of the past and problems of the past. So where your marriage is concerned, don't bring up these issues. Try to have a new beginning as much as you can in the first 15 days of April, and your marriage will be on a better level. Now I'm going to shuffle these cards again and talk to you about your last 15 days in April. And let's start with your area of romance. Again, it is not a very good card. It says that one problem is leading to another. So you could have many issues that you have to contend with in this last 15 days. And this is a card about the new romance. So a new romance that you find, if you find in the last 15 days, is going to have many issues against you. And much of the trouble comes in communications, miscalculation of things. So it's a troublesome new romance that you'll find in the last 15 days. Be very careful, don't rush into it. Let me pull a card about your ongoing romance if you have one. And what does the card says? Well, you can see it's the card of entanglement, which means you are entangled in something and finding difficult to get out of. So your ongoing romance obviously can have arguments and quarrels and financial issues. So you are stuck basically in these last 15 days. That doesn't mean you can't try hard to get out of a bad romance. If it is turning worse and worse, get out of it, be strong enough and move out of it. So it's not a good card for an ongoing romance in your last 15 days. Now let me pull a card regarding your marriage for the last 15 days. And it's a much better card. It says, well, it's the card of understanding. So understand the problems that you are creating or that somebody is creating about you and try to solve them, and they are very solvable. You have to take the gentle approach, this card says, and it's a moon card basically. And you have to be a person who has to make up your mind about what you really want to do with your marriage area. So things are mendable. Mental, emotional distress is there. So it's not a happy card, and you're looking for improvement. Find how to improve it, and you'll be much better in the last 15 days where your marriage is concerned. Now about your lucky ages. So there'll be some people who are of these ages and going to be extremely lucky. You coming from Gemini. Well, if you happen to be the ages of 23 or 32 or 41 or 50 or 59 or 68 or 77, You're going to be one very lucky person in the month of April where romance and marriage and family is concerned. If you're not of these ages, you'll need to have a 90-minute session with me, which will cost you USD 50. And based on your date of birth and time of birth and looking at your palms, I'll tackle your next 7, 8 or 9 years, not only in romance, marriage, but in job, in business, in health and everywhere. We'll talk about that a bit later. Now I'm going to pull a card for you coming from Gemini about your lucky colors. Is the color of, well, it's the absence of color, this card says. So the color white comes to mind. Some call it pure, and for you it is definitely a very lucky color. So I would say wear plenty of white in the month of April, undergarments, top garments, have a white handkerchief, contact white, and you will be communicating to some of your best planets. So try to do that as much as possible. Now we will talk about direction energy. Well, there are 9 planets placed around Earth, and when you look left or right or straight or back, you'll be facing some planets. And this is the direction of northeast. Yes, I will favor northeast. So try to face northeast as much as you can during the month of April for inspiration in romance, for inspiration to make your marriage or family happier. Face northeast, make your wishes to come true. Now we will go to your lucky days. Let's see what your lucky days are going to be. And let's have a look. I have 2 choices, Mondays or Wednesdays. I'm going to go for Wednesdays. Kabbalistic cards have a lot of zodiac signs and signs of planets. So Wednesdays. So bookmark the Wednesdays for your month of April. They're going to be very special and very powerful in one way or another to help you in the romance and in the marriage area. Bookmark Wednesdays. Now I'm going to talk to you about a zodiac sign trouble. There'll be somebody from some zodiac sign who is going to create a lot of problems for you in the month of April. And looking at this card, I'm going to settle down and say that somebody from Scorpio may be very interested in you, or you could be very interested, and you're going to bring a lot of problems and a lot of headache for you, one way or another. One way or another, somebody from Scorpio is causing a lot of problems for you for the whole month of April. So if you know somebody from April involved in your family areas or friendship areas, be cautious what you say, what you do, because there's a problem with this person. Now I'm going to look for who you can form attachment to in the month of April. And looking at this card, I will settle down for Pisces. Somebody from Pisces is going to give you a lot of support and happiness. So if it's a new romance and somebody from Pisces, if it's an ongoing romance, somebody from Pisces, if it's your marriage partner, somebody from Pisces, you're very lucky. And if you have interest in somebody from Pisces for the month of April, make your move and you will see it will be a very enjoyable month for you in the form of a new attachment. Well, that's my news for you, and I have this information for you about a 90-minute session based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. And during these 90 minutes, I'll tackle your next 7, 8 or 9 years in all areas of your life, your job, your business, your finances, your romance, your marriage, and your health. And we'll go in detail year by year and age by age. I'll give you your personal lucky lottery numbers, and I'll give, based on your date of birth, time of birth, looking at your palms, I will also give you your lucky days and your lucky gemstones and your lucky colors and your lucky directions. A lot of information from the universe so that you get your next 7, 8 or 9 years perfectly under your control and make them successful. So Andy Horo 9, ANDIHORO, the number 9 at gmail.com. I look forward to receiving an email for you, and I'll answer you as soon as I can. Until then, thank you and goodbye.